I'd never told anyone about this because I was scared of people laughing. But it's been on my mind. I saw this girl in Lagos, Portugal, and she did not seem happy. Very fake smile.
Can I show you a really creepy video? I literally screamed the first time I saw this video. So just be careful, trigger warning, jump scare, all of that. I also found this one during my Twitch stream, and this one got me, okay? I'm just gonna show it to you. I will tell you this, pay attention to this corner, okay? Okay, here's the clip. Did you catch it? No? I'll show you. I'll show you.
This is the scary truth behind Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig was diagnosed with cancer at just 2 years old and spent most of her early life in bed. She needed constant assistance and 24-hour supervision from her parents just to keep her alive. Peppa was an embarrassment and a burden to the whole family. One day, her dad had enough and got a horrible idea. He decided to chain Peppa to her bed so she could never leave her room again. Years later, her parents had another child in which they named Peppa. This Peppa replaced the original Peppa, who is still locked inside her room. And if you Google Peppa Pig house wallpaper, something terrifying comes up. At first glance, you can't see it, but if you zoom in, you can see the original Peppa still locked inside her room.
If you ever see this come under the door, run immediately. Like for part 2 on how to make one.
Dude.
Okay, here are some of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen. Up first, we have The Human Centipede. This is not a recommendation. After their car breaks down, they look for help and they end up getting trapped in a basement. I watched this movie in high school and I was absolutely disgusted. I can't believe they made 2 more movies. Next, we have Hard Candy. It's about a photographer who meets a little girl online, but he messes with the wrong girl. Don't get me wrong, this is a good revenge movie, but there are certain scenes that you need a stomach for. It's overall pretty messed up. Next, we have a Serbian film. This is not a recommendation. Do not ever watch this movie. This takes the cake for being one of the most messed up movies I have ever seen. I regret ever knowing about this movie. And last but not least, The Skin I Live In. It's about a scientist who tries to synthesize the perfect skin. This one's actually a great movie, but the overall story is messed up. It really makes you question things. Unbelievable.
People reacting to death sentences, part 9. This one's not that much of a freak out, but I think it's really interesting because this video is about Nicholas Cruz. Nicholas Cruz is a confessed school shooter, and you're about to watch as he bows his head the entire time he's given his sentence. If you guys like these videos and want to see more, be sure to like and follow.
Judge Elizabeth Shearer began to read the charges against Cruz.
You've been charged by indictment in count 1 of the indictment with murder in the first degree of Luke Hoyer, a first degree felony punishable by up to death.
Defense attorneys agreed to waive the reading of all 34 charges of murder and attempted murder against Cruz for the massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. The judge then entered a not guilty plea on Cruz's behalf as defense attorneys renewed their offer to have Cruz accept responsibility for the deadly school shooting and plead guilty.
We would just like to advise the court and the state of Florida that at any time Mr. Cruz is willing to enter a plea of guilty on all 34 counts consecutively.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
The Scariest Things Police Have Seen, Part 42. This story was sent to me by a police officer in California who wished to be anonymous. On June 17, 2002, an air tanker crashed near Walker, California, while on a firefighting mission. The crash was even caught on camera. An officer saw the crash and ran to it. While running through the forest, he came upon 3 men in flight suits who seemed dazed and confused. He asked them if they saw the crash, but they wouldn't respond to him. Since they weren't helpful, he continued on. When he got to the crash site, he found that all passengers on board were killed. There were 3 men on board that plane. The officer went back to where he saw the men in the forest, but he couldn't find them anywhere. No one else who responded to the crash site had seen them. The officer then realized that the 3 men he saw in the forest were the spirits of the crew members that died that day.
The truth about Juice WRLD. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. So some of y'all may have heard that Juice WRLD died towards him having a seizure. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Juice WRLD could still be alive. And the evidence is right in your face. I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all gotta wake up. For example, back in 2017, Juice WRLD said he was gonna blow up, get famous, and fake his own death. Which it says right here. That's exactly what it said. He also dropped a song called Legend. And it says, what's a 27 club? We ain't making it past 21. He died at 21. And it gets crazier. Dropped a song called All Girls Are the Same. A particular lyric on the song said, I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon. Well, if we go to John Lennon, he died on December the 8th. And also Juice WRLD. And it gets even crazier. So Juice WRLD dropped a call song Ring Ring. And it was featuring this particular guy named Clever. Now I want y'all to listen up when I said it. Clever dropped the album this year. And if you go on his Instagram page, he posted all the particular song that's gonna be on this album, which is right here. Now I want y'all to look close. You look at all the first letters on this song. It says Juice WRLD is still alive. Nah. And y'all not questioning that? I'm telling y'all gotta wake up. Love y'all.
I set this up in my window for Halloween. It looks so good at night.
Scariest Things Police Have Seen, Part 46. This was sent to me by a nephew of a trucker who had an encounter with a police officer. This trucker was driving on Highway 152 in California. He got pulled over by a highway patrol officer. It was odd though, because the police vehicle looked like an older 80s model unit. The officer gave him a ticket and left. Later on, the trucker went to the courthouse to fight the ticket. The judge looked at the ticket, got up and asked, "Do you think this is a joke?" The trucker said, "Why?" The judge told him that the officer's name and ID number used on the ticket belonged to an officer that had died on that freeway almost 40 years earlier.